What if I told you that the freedom you cherish could be sabotaging your self-improvement? This is just a thought experiment. It's a warning you can't afford to ignore. Imagine embarking on a journey filled with the exhilarating promise of freedom to explore, make choices, and even fail. Sounds liberating, right? But what if this very freedom is actually a trap? Many dive headfirst into their failures, thinking it's just part of the process. But how often do they pause to consider the consequences? Accepting failure without reflection can lead to a dangerous cycle. Picture this: you try a new job, it flops, and you dismiss it as just another experience. It feels good to let it go, dozed it. But have you considered how that mindset might prevent genuine growth? Each failure can create a false sense of security, making you too comfortable with your shortcomings. Let's dig deeper. You scroll through social media, bombarded by success stories. Captivating, right? Yet, behind those polished images, many cling to their failures like trophies, believing every stumble is a stepping stone. But what if they're overlooking critical lessons in their journey? Here's a pressing question: when was the last time you truly reflected on a failure? Not just accepted it, but deeply examined it. Failing without insight is like driving blindfolded. You might feel free, but you're barreling toward disaster. Consider a friend who launches business after business, each one failing yet bouncing back. You admire their resilience, but do they ever pause to ask why? They leap into the next idea, thinking freedom from judgment means freedom to improve. In reality, they might be trapped in a cycle of repetition. And then there's you. Perhaps you've been avoiding risks, paralyzed by the fear of failure. You watch others take bold steps, wondering if they have it all figured out. But what if they're just as lost, hiding behind the illusion of freedom? Feel that tension. It's messy and uncomfortable. But here's the truth: real freedom doesn't come from failing, it comes from the lessons learned along the way. Imagine taking a moment to journal about your mistakes. What if each failure was actually a lesson waiting to be uncovered? It's not about the fall, it's about how you rise afterward. True freedom arises from transforming those experiences into meaningful growth. So reflect. The next time you stumble, don't brush it aside. Pause. Dig deep. Find the valuable lesson hidden in your mistakes. Embracing failure without reflection can keep you from reaching your full potential. As you ponder this, ask yourself: are you truly free, or are you just free-falling? The warning signs are there, the choice is yours. Have you ever felt that intense pressure to succeed, only to find yourself paralyzed by the fear of failing? It can feel like a heavy weight, right? What if I told you that this very pressure might be what's keeping you stuck? Many people overlook the hidden trap that comes with the freedom to fail. While we often celebrate mistakes as opportunities for growth, this mindset can sometimes hinder your self-improvement. Imagine you're at a pivotal moment in your life, ready to take a big leap, yet you hesitate. You tell yourself that failure is just a stepping stone. Sounds easy, dosed it. But those moments of hesitation can accumulate, pushing you into a comfort zone that feels safe but is really just a cage. Think back to a significant decision you faced, like changing careers or choosing a relationship. You reassured yourself that you had the freedom to fail. But did that freedom empower you, or did it leave you stuck in indecision? This sense of empowerment can sometimes mask a deeper fear of moving forward. Embracing failure might be a double-edged sword. The more we cling to the idea that failing is okay, the more we risk becoming complacent. It's like standing on the edge of a diving board, knowing you can jump, but just looking down instead. Picture this: you're surrounded by friends taking risks, launching new projects, and chasing their dreams. You're not alone thinking, "I could do that." But deep down, doubt creeps in. This is where the real challenge lies, between your desires and the fear of not measuring up. You might believe that accepting failure prepares you for the worst, but in reality, it sets the stage for inaction. You keep busy with plans and ideas, but when it's time to act, you freeze. The freedom to fail has turned into a prison of unrealized potential. Every moment spent in that passive state is a moment taken away from your potential. You might think that giving yourself a break protects your ego, but in truth, it slowly stifles your growth. So what can you do? It starts with recognizing that while failure is a part of life, true empowerment comes from making deliberate choices requiring you to risk everything for what you truly want. Take a moment to reflect. What would you do if you knew failure would define you? If you could move forward, what risks would you be willing to take? Remember that the journey to self-improvement isn't about using failure as a crutch, it's about leveraging it as a launching pad. I challenge you today: take that leap. Don't let the freedom to fail hold you back. Instead, let it fuel your determination to reach heights you never thought possible. And as you take your next steps, keep this in mind: true freedom is just about the ability to fail, it's about having the courage to try. Are you ready to take that next step? Sure. Here's the tightened version of your script. Chunkyao might have been too busy